Radical. Welcome to part 3 of Radical Rapid Fire comment response for October 18th to the 24th, 2021. Short comments, quick replies. Low-level e-beggar Larry Bundy Jr. A lot of speculation that the OLED switch was meant to be a 4K switch, as the docking station contains a 4K output chip, but they couldn't get the parts for the actual machine. So it actually contains a 4K output chip. I don't see how it would be capable of 4K, just from a technical perspective. Or it might be like that fake 4K, or they might like kind of switch the numbers. I mean, I'm not a technical genius, so I'm not really the guy to really talk about that kind of stuff. I'm just being honest here. There's other people that can tell you all the tech specs, and man, I know what 4K is. I know what 1080p is. I know what 720p is, but you know what I'm talking about. There's probably ways where they can advertise 4K, but it's not really true 4K. It's fake 4K or whatever, And I think that's all I have for that there. Driftin' and Thriftin', you don't think you are a troll. That's funny and a bit sad. Well, I left a comment here, but I'll just go ahead and give this response of the response that I made. It's almost like I just kind of want to get this in video form and just kind of highlight a comment of mine. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. I think it's a good comment, though. What would make me a troll exactly? My honest thoughts on things? If I'm a troll, then I guess sportscasters are too. They give their honest thoughts on things. Trolls are dishonest and mean to trick and play silly games. I am honest, open, and upfront. That's the key difference. Yeah, when you think about trolls, you think about people that mean to fool and mislead others, to grief others. You think about people, for instance, that are triggered. There's lots of different designations you put to being a troll, and then you have actual critics, actual honest people that give their honest thoughts on things. That's what I am. That's what I've always been. I wonder, why is it that you have all these channels that talk about things like sports, yet no one stops by the channel and says, hey, you are critical of the Orlando Magic. How dare you talk about some things going on with the Orlando Magic? How dare you talk about and commentate on some unrest on the Los Angeles Lakers and their team and how it affects things on the court? You're just a troll. I don't hear that a whole lot, but for some reason, if you talk about YouTubers in any way, shape, or form, and YouTube videos, you're automatically a troll, right? JC Denton, your mic is terrible, bro. Well, this was actually some truth. JC Denton spoke, Objective truth. My mic was bad. Other people mentioned that. It was a couple weeks ago, and I was in between shifting from phones, and I used my phone mic, right? And something happened with the mic. I'm not sure what it was. Maybe the phone was dropped in a way. I don't remember dropping it, but I just started recording and it sounded really bad. Sounded like an echo. Sounded like I don't know. It's weird. There's only one person that said they liked it, or they liked the way I sounded, maybe because it was just different, but it was bad. And the mic I'm using right now, you can hear me. It's fine. So you'll go through moments in your life where you might have a bad mic and you might feel bad about that, but that was only a couple days and it's already forgotten. So JC Denton, you were speaking the truth, but I'm going to need you to come back, JC, and tell me how crystal clear this mic is. So come on back, JC Denton. Dan Smith, lotion for gamers? Now this can't be real. Who cares about their skin when they're gaming? I'm not playing GTA and saying, hey, you know what I need? I need to put on some lotion. Yeah, the thing about lotion and gaming is, lotion is not a great fit for gaming, especially if you're putting it on your hands, because the joystick is going to slip out of your hands when you're trying to play the game, and you're just not going to score in the game when you got, the lotion and the joystick is slipping. Well, if you're playing like old Atari games or whatnot, for a lot of you retro gamers out there. Lotion actually, I think there's other uses for lotion. Troy Bilko, are the soundtracks from the original game intact? talking about GTA, the trilogy. I don't know if it's out yet. Is it out yet? I'm not sure. It's supposed to come out this month. But I remember Billie Jean was removed from Vice City and a lot of games. What's the list here? There's a lot of games. I don't have the list open up. But there was NWA, some other songs that was removed from San Andreas. San Andreas got the most removed songs. So imagine this, a definitive edition without the original soundtrack. It can't be definitive. It just can't be. The music is a big part of the games. You can't have a definitive version of Vice City without some of those key tracks at certain moments, I think. You know, like, what are you going to do? You know, replace them with something else? I don't know. That's one downside to having a soundtrack like these games, did. GTA 3 is mostly original music. To have these different songs, yeah, when you have these re-releases, the license is expire. So Troy Bilko, I sadly think that maybe even more songs will be missing. Otherwise, they would have announced it, definitive editions with all the original songs, and they didn't say that. Martyville, Christian Dynamo made a video about this too. Forgot to mention this to you. Well, thanks for mentioning Christian Dynamo. That is a really interesting channel. That is a nice mixture. I'm not going to say it's a similar channel to this, but that guy talks about, anime, talks about movies, TV, sports, it's interesting. I like the setup, but I just enjoy the format where you have a commentator and it's wide open to where you're not just chained to one or two topics and people have no idea what you're going to upload. They don't know. And that's part of the surprise. And that's the format that I like. And he talks about Mariah Carey, taking over the holidays and winter is coming. It's nice, I could tell that he is really passionate about the channel. I can tell Christian Dynamo. So he's not any beggar, right? So yeah, I think other channels could probably take a note from Christian Dynamo, who's passionate and uploads because they're passionate and they want to have fun on YouTube, right? Reptilian Richard Ramirez, read my comment on your recent upload and then watch MGR Evercade versus upload and listen carefully to him exposing himself as a lie. Here's the thing, man. I'll be honest with you, and I hope this is not too rude. You come here and you ask me to check out an MGR upload. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to have to go there and spend 15, 20 minutes watching something I don't care to watch for a reason of what? To expose Metal Jesus? Is that what I'm supposed to do here? Like, if the exposing was something of substance and it was really something I could sink my teeth into, but exposing him for lying, and not like a big time Dreamcast guy lie where he's talking about a story with cheese, not something entertaining. So I'm supposed to do an expose on him making one lie about something, like not lies, but a lie about a gaming item. No. As James Rolfe would say, I refuse. Reptilian Richard Ramirez, again, the back-to-back. Laugh out loud, Bloomberg is wildly inaccurate. You get a Switch yet, Rick? I have all three models now, plus a second model, that light model, that won't load past the logo screen. Yeah, Bloomberg is wildly inaccurate. And that was actually, that was the gold comment, right? Rusty was talking about Nintendo and also Bloomberg's false reports about 4K. I have not gotten a Switch yet. I don't think I'll get a Switch. Sometimes I say that maybe in the future, but usually that'll never come. I mean, if somebody gave me a Switch, if one of you would like, send me a Switch, I'll put it in my P.O. box. Then I would have a Switch. Let's see here. You said you have a second light model that won't load past the logo screen. That's real sad to hear. I hate hearing that. Can somebody stop by and maybe help you technically? A lot of you have Switches, so does anyone know how to help this guy with that second Switch light that, again, won't load past the loading screen? Sweatpants Joe, toys and video games. This is just going to lead to Dreamcast guy and RGT85 making more Switch Pro videos. I forgot. what this was on. I can't keep track anymore with a lot of these uploads. But yeah, anything might lead to them making more Switch Pro videos, or just Switch videos. It's what they do. They are basically Switch channels, for the most part, with RGT85. Dreamcast guy talks about a lot of Sony stuff, and the Xbox. So at least he talks about a lot of different things, but I've noticed RGT85, there's a lot of Nintendo stuff. And he recently got in some trouble with Nintendo, and that might be an upload that I could actually sink my teeth into. Sinister Moon, how about another Wii U? The Wii U 2 4K. Labo Edition is what everybody would want, I'm sure. I'm not getting the marketing. If they're going to get musicians to market their products, wouldn't you choose like a different band? U2 kind of peaked in the late, 80s and 90s. It's kind of, oh wait, you're talking about Wii U2, not the U2 band. Okay, this makes more sense. Speaking about Labo, it's kind of funny how Nintendo figured out how to sell people cardboard, expensive cardboard, because, they could make little kits with it and everything like that. Man, the profit margins on Labo. Can you imagine the profit margins? Man, oh man, they figured out how to sell people cardboard. Yeah. Wow.